The human mind also is not free from problems, chaos, contradictions, difficulties, and dangers of itself that are inherent and also of his own making, that it creates, develops by itself for thrill, mystery, prosperity all the time. And that means the human mind have always had its own problems, dangers, difficulties in one way or another that often goes unnoticed and unrecognized by most of us in the world, because all we want is to believe in the mind, to trust our mental powers, intellectual faculties, reason, wisdom, intelligence, and all that leads to possession, wealth, fame, attention, approval. We trust, approve of, and embrace all that comes of the mind, that happens because of the presence of the mind within ourselves. But the mind has had its problems that we just refused, overlooked, and denied. And that is the unconscious part of the mind that contains, that is a repository of our traumas, torments, sufferings, and all else that we have basically overlooked in ourselves. The betrayals that has been committed against us and that we have also done to the others, the wrongs, wickednesses, all lies within, and we are all compositions, combinations of both good and evil, right and wrong, fair and unfair, just and unjust at the same time. We have both within ourselves, light and darkness, and obviously a brightness and shadows in one way or another. We are neither absolutely good, perfect, progressive, authentic, neither are we unconditionally, totally, entirely evil, wrong, wicked. We are the combinations and compositions of various qualities at the same time, and that includes good and evil also. And the fundamental problem of the mind is that it just cannot live without anything. It always wants, requires, demands something of another from the human beings, from ourselves, in education, knowledge, possession, wealth, riches, attention, approval, fame, and all that is there happens because of the mental desires, because of the desire, want, and lust of the mind. And all men by nature desire knowledge, and also desire is the essence of man, of human beings. And that means desire and knowledge happens, exists, and we constantly pursue, chase these two conditions. Well, in the variation of many other conditions, because the mind demands that to happen, because the mind wants and expects us to fulfill desire, power, knowledge all the time. And that means curiosity, the desire for power, knowledge, inquisitiveness are all problems of the mind that just cannot be overcome, overwhelmed. But we are being overwhelmed, overpowered by the problems of the mind, by the curiosity of the mind, by the lusts, desires of the mind for riches, attention, approval, validation, and many other possessions in our lives. We have been overcome